Hello, welcome back to More Fun Making It 2. This is where, well, of late it's been a lot of unboxing. There will be other content coming up on More Fun Making It 2, but this is basically where I put all of the stuff that I can't put on my primary channel because YouTube wouldn't like it. And I make no apologies, but sorry about that. But this is, if you don't like unboxings, then go and have a look at my other stuff on More Fun Making It rather than More Fun Making It 2. But with all that said, I've got some unboxing to do. The best thing about this hobby has been, for me, the way it connects all of us together, because, which sounds a bit wet, but what I'm trying to say is I enjoy all the tinkering and everything like that, but I wouldn't, the reason that I'm doing YouTube as well as the tinkering, and I enjoy the YouTube part of the hobby just as much as the tinkering, is because it's enabled me to connect with a multitude of amazing people, most of them, well, initially on Twitter. YouTube isn't brilliant for actually communicating with people. It's great for me to communicate with you, but it's a very much a one-way conversation. There's comments, but it's not ideal. You can't have a conversation in the comments, as I've gone into in previous episodes. Twitter was my way of interacting with the community, but then I mean, I am back on Twitter now for the purposes of the charity, but I don't use it in the same way as I used to before. It was spoiled somewhat. Some people will say it's fine, but you know, it's not the same. I'm not going to go into the politics of the whole thing, but the whole experience has changed quite drastically for me. Anyway, so I moved away from Twitter and I moved into Discord, where it's a much better and more organic conversation and more personal as well. You can have much more meaningful conversations with people, but it's still not the same as actually meeting somebody face to face. And the couple of times that I've been to the cave and met with people there have been amazing. I also went to the Cambridge Museum as well, the Cambridge Museum of the Computer Museum in Cambridge. I can never remember what it's called, and met loads of amazing people there and had just the best day. And every time that that's happened, I just come away just blown away by how amazing people are, and how enthusiastic they are and passionate they are about this hobby, just like I am. And it's fantastic when you meet up with somebody that thinks the same as you do, or much the same as you do, and you get to have a conversation with them, and it's just it's a magical moment. I've had a couple of people pop round here. Fuzzy Lee lives quite close by, so I get to talk to him reasonably often. And in the past, I've had a few people drop donations here in person, which it's always been lovely. Peter, it was very nice meeting you last year sometime. You know, it's odd. I've just realised that Pete that dropped off an Atari 400 for me once. He's the guy that works on the trains, and today I had a man called Andrew come round. Andrew Searle popped round just from around the corner. I think a few hundred miles around the corner. Drove right across the country to bring me some donations for the charity, and he has worked all of his life on the trains, not on the trains, but in rail. But anyway, Andrew popped round and he brought some stuff, and I want to share it with you. This is all for charity purposes. So I have had some other donations, but I'll tag them on at the end. But I want to go through Andrew's stuff first. Here we go. It's a big box of Amigas. Actually, I'll put this back over here for now, and I'll bring things over one at a time. It's tiny. Show me to zoom in. Zoom. Like, that's maximum zoom, and it still doesn't fill the frame. It's tiny. I haven't got a banana. What can I use for scale? A floppy disk for scale. That's not going to fit in there. So this is the first thing, and this is, he did say I could keep this, but I'm actually going, I quite like the idea of this going in the auctions, but it's faulty. And he says there's a Stes Sticks Fix episode where he thinks that there's a resistor or something up here, or maybe a capacitor that's gone, that needs changing. They are, I think they're 0402s. So yeah, if we can get that working, I've got the screws there. Get some software on it, and it comes with the. I'll dig them out of the crate in a second, but it comes with the joypad and the mouse as well. This one is why he actually drove over. Now, I asked in a previous episode, or I let it be known that what I wanted to fund through Kofi, purchasing an A1200 to go in the Checkmate 1500 that Chris Cathers donated to the cause. Now, Kofi, you know, everybody that supported me on there has been amazing. There's been lots of lovely big generous donations and little generous donations, and they all got us back up to that £250 target. And then Andrew said, oh, I've got an Amiga 1200 you can have. So what I'm doing with that £250 is I've actually put it back into the pot, and we now have a target for £308.50, which I'm sure by the time I get this video edited and released will already be fulfilled, almost certainly. But if you can drop a coffee's worth of donation into that pot, if it hasn't been, just get us closer to that target. That is the cost of a mini pet from The Future Was 8-bit, a full deluxe kit with the keyboard and everything. The pet is the only thing we're missing. We've got Amiga 600, 1200, 500. We haven't got any big box Amigas apart from the Checkmate, but that's going to be this Amiga 1200. And 4000s, 3000s and 2000s and 1000s are just not really viable. It's nobody, you know, I can't in all good conscience take a donation from that, of one of those. And we've got to make these things affordable. If I put a 4000 up for sale, who's, you know, who's got that much money to spend on charity? I know they'd be getting Amiga 4000, but you know, there's a big difference between putting up something that's worth £1,500 or more and expecting people to pay double because it's charity. And there's a big difference between that and putting a ZX Spectrum that I built for a couple of £100 and that going for £1,000. That's a big difference. There's diminishing returns from how much, you know, and we haven't got a limitless amount of disposable income, so I don't expect people to donate ridiculous things like that. It would be ridiculous. Anyway, Andy brought round this Amiga 1200, and it's got a few treats inside. It's a nice case, but we're actually, and I have got another case as well. So I've now got two Amiga 1200 cases, and what I might do is actually auction the cases off separately. And we'll need the keyboard because that will be going into the Checkmate case with the Key-Ra thing, you know, the external Checkmate keyboard case. So we've got Kickstart 3.2.2 in here, built in already. There's an 8 megabyte fast RAM expansion already populated, and a compact flash card in here with a compact flash adapter. I might change that. I might swap that for an SD type, but we'll see. And Andrew said that this might be a bit flaky, so I need to make sure that that's working properly. and then yeah, if it's not on, and even if it is, I still might change it to an SD card so that I can extend the SD card slot to an external part of the case, so you can, whoever gets it can take the SD card in and out without having to mess around with it. I don't know if this one's been, I think he said it's been recapped, but if it hasn't been recapped, I will recap it. And if they are originals, they're not leaking. Oh, that one looks like it's been changed. Anyway, so we've got a lovely Amiga 1200 to go in the Checkmate case. I'm really looking forward to building that. That will be a video on its own. He also gave me this. And this was actually for me, and which was lovely, but there's a trick to opening these, because there are catches on either side. This side often breaks, but it feels like that side's in, but this is clipped in this side. And what you do, I need to rest it on something. Let's rest it on that. My Snorker's sticker. So yeah, so what you do is this slot here on the side, or this crack here on the side, is you slide something in there and it just pops open. And you can do that on both sides, and yeah, that sorts that out. No pressing in the sides and things. And the keyboard's already detached. Nice ribbon cable. So yeah, he said that this one was for me, but I've already got an Amiga 600, which you'll be seeing in an episode very soon, that I've repaired. It was donated to me last year. I love this. He's put blue tack. He did this in the Mini as well, and all the screws are inside here, embedded in blue tack. It's such a brilliant idea, that is. I will copy that. But I've got an Amiga 600 and I don't need another one. And I'm not selling things that are donated to me. I'm not here to make money out of this, and it would feel very, very wrong. So it's going in the charity. Now, we have still got this one. This has already been donated by Colcuz, and not that. That's got all sorts of lovely goodies in it. It's got the fast RAM thing, the similar to this one, but a different one, and it's got an expansion RAM in here, the same as this one, or similar to this one, and it's got an SD card in it, or a compact flash, I can't remember. But yeah, this one will actually be coming with me to Kickstart in on the 29th of June. Couple of weeks from, well, less than a couple of weeks now, week and a half away, and I bought this to go with it, and that is a parallel port to joystick adapter, so we can add 2 more joysticks to this. I caught it, don't worry. And we'll be playing Dynablaster, 4 or 5 player Dynablaster. So if you come and look for the big red arrow table, it'll be in the community area, and come and play Dynablaster with us. That'll be fun. So that's coming. There will be, I'm hoping, another computer coming with me as well. So that one's going to be sold in the charity auctions. This one's going to be sold in the charity auctions. Again, this has got a fast RAM, not fast RAM. This is a chip RAM. Yeah, it's an extra one. It makes it 2 megabytes of chip RAM, and the fast RAM is on this one. And we've got a 4 gigabyte compact flash adapter as well. Now this one actually needs a recap. There is a little bit of fuzziness around some of these caps over here, but it's not rebooting properly. So the cap underneath the floppy drive has leaked onto the capacitors next to it, and the reset circuit isn't working. And this is this is an A300. So it's an A300 revision 1.1, one of the early ones. So that's 3 amazing Amigas of all different sizes here, ready for, well, not ready for auction, but they will be. Right, we've got some more bits in the box. There's the A1200 user guide. It's lovely having that sort of thing. And we've got Amiga OS 3.2 with the license key is inside there. I'm not going to show you that. So that it makes it all legitimate. We've got a Retro Computer Shack SCUT cable. Fantastic. An A520 modulator. The Minis controllers, the mouse and joypad. I've never actually held one of these. I actually don't feel too bad. That D-pad is all right. That's nice. We've got a nicely cleaned up Commodore mouse. I don't remember having this one myself, but yep, nice. Joystick. It's a Competition Pro joystick. Yeah, feels good. That might be coming with me to Kickstart to play Dino Blaster with. We've got another 4GB compact flash memory card with a SanDisk PCMCIA adapter and a floppy disk. I wonder if there's drivers on there. We've got the ROMs for the Amiga 1200. These are version 3. Another compact flash adapter, and lastly a couple of power supplies. That looks like the Amiga 1200 power supply. Oh, it's very yellow on the front, and an Amiga 500 one. So I'm well served for power supplies now. Oh, we've got the real-time clock chip for the Amiga 1200. It was absolutely delightful to meet you today, Andrew. Thank you for making that massive effort to, well, it didn't seem like a big effort to you, because just big-hearted people just make it look easy. And I really, really appreciate the amount of value that you've added to this project is huge, a huge contribution. I can't wait to get it all buttoned up and ready to go, and see how much money that we can add with these parts that you've given us. Thank you. Right, I did get a couple more packages. So 1DB contacted me and asked if I wanted a Gotek, which, yes, you always want a Gotek. So he's provided me with this one. Off of the back of that conversation, I found out that he wanted a Spectrum for him and his son Ruben to recapture his youth, so they could experience it together. And you might have seen Ruben playing the Space War game on the RMC Retro video, and they had a lovely moment together in the queue, which I've just heard wasn't as lovely as it looked. But yeah, he's given me, oh, it's already got a 3D printed mount. He's given me a Gotek that will be used in one of the projects. But he also sent this, and I'm almost more interested in this, the Amiga book from the makers of Retro Gamer, the Ultimate Collector's Guide to the Amiga. So I'm going to sell this as a separate item. This will go on its own. Yep, that's lovely. Thank you. Oh, this looks like the 8-segment display, 7-segment display. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 7-segment display. I had to count. So I got that from 1DB. Thank you very much. Oh yeah, he wanted a ZX Spectrum to recapture his youth with, and I've sent him a Spectrum motherboard that I recapped on a stream recently, and he put £50 in the charity fund for that, which was really kind. I did get a whole load of stuff from Life Size Teddy Bear. There's probably more. There's some all sorts of bits, but these are some of the standout bits. He bought some stuff off my Amazon wish list, and I'm really, 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 really grateful. I've been after this Novus plastic polishing for ages. Thank you. These feel like supplies needed for a vintage PC restoration. Have fun, from Life Size Teddy Bear. There is a vintage PC here. There was another one actually from 1DB, which was, "Hi Lee, hope this little something helps you with your upcoming projects and charity restorations. Wishing you a huge success with this year's fundraising," from 1DB. And he bought me this solder reel, and it's been transformative. I absolutely love this. I did write your name on both sides though. But that is brilliant. Thank you very much. I almost forgot that 1DB sent another package, a follow-up package, and in it, well, look, we've got some keyboard connectors for ZX Spectrum. They're always handy. We've got a cool Novelties branded, Amiga kit branded SCART cable for the Amiga. Again, really super handy. A floppy drive cable, extra long one. That might be handy in the 1200 build. And this is lovely. So I'm almost more excited about this than anything else. An Amiga format. I'm gonna have fun reading through this. But again, this will be, I might put this with one of the computers. This might go with the Checkmate, maybe. But it comes with its cover discs as well. Blues Brothers and Octamed. So thank you 1DB and Ruben. That was really kind of you to send me all that stuff. Really, really kind. And I hope you're enjoying the Spectrum. I have got a couple more thank yous, but things I've actually put away already, but I've still got the Amazon tag. So Taz sent me a SMD, an 0805 SMD resistor kit, and that's already become a very useful thing for me, Taz. Thank you. Again, Life Size Teddy Bear has sent me a solder mask kit and a UV curing pen. And again, they've already become very useful. Thank you. Now, it's been a little bit hectic over the last few weeks here, so I might have forgotten some of the things that have come in. If I have, please remind me so that I can show people what you've sent in if I haven't already featured it. But for now, I better get on with fixing and building stuff. We've got a lot to do. Thanks very much for everybody, especially Andrew. Thank you so much. It was lovely to meet you. Thank you. Bye.